Okay, now we're going to start on a new topic, which is also known as the periodic table. Okay, this is one of my favorite topics, as it reveals a lot about the chemistry behind all the different elements. Now, first up, let's talk about the features of the periodic table. Let us discover a little bit more. Okay, so what is the periodic table? It's actually a list of elements arranged in order of increasing proton numbers. Okay, as you can see here, hydrogen proton number, it is 1. Helium 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It all increases until 89, and there's still more to go. Okay, just that here we are showing until 89. Now, all of these elements here are arranged, okay, in increasing number, increasing proton number. Okay, so just take note of this. Now, so what else do we need to know about the periodic table? What is the interesting features about here? Other than them arranging in increasing proton number, next up, they're actually arranged in periods. So we have period 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 periods. So what are periods? They're actually your horizontal rows. Okay, horizontal rows from left to right. Left to right. So it's numbered from 1 to 7. Now, okay, what does the period tells you? In actual fact, the period tells you the number of electron shells. Okay, we'll talk about this later on. So, but just take note, the period tells you the number of electron shells. So, first period, 1 electron shell. Second period, 2 electron shells, and so forth and so on. So, for the periods, take note, it tells you number of electron shells. Next up, we move up to group. Groups are the vertical columns, okay, from top to bottom. It's numbered from 1 to 7 and then 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 0. What does it tell you? The groups actually tells you the number of electrons in the valence shell. In other words, the number of valence electrons. Okay, you can also write it as number of valence electrons. So now, obviously you can see here, group 1, 1 valence electrons, group 2, 2 valence electrons, group 3 until group 7 follows number of valence electrons. Now, interestingly, we talk about group 0. If you look at this group here, in actual fact, the valence shell actually contains 0 electrons. Okay, we will go into it later on, but just take note of this. Okay, now, so the position, okay, elements in the same group have the same number of valence electrons, same chemical properties. So in actual fact, the chemical properties is actually determined by the valence electrons, which is determined by the group. Okay, chemical properties actually refers to the reaction. Okay, so you can see chemical properties, it links to the valence electrons, which is also linked to the same group. Okay, just take note of this. So this marks the end of the features of the periodic table, which is part 1.